Good afternoon, YouTube. It's your man all the way, George Page, coming to you live on YouTube. Today, I will have a very special guest, and she is a professional wrestler. Some of you might not know her, but if you're on YouTube a lot and you follow like sites like uh, what's it? Is it WRW, and also title match, you recognize her as the WOAD, or sometimes somebody might know her for earlier as WD Rose. Now, right now, I'm waiting on her. I sent her the link. She should be here in a bit, and we're going to talk about her life, her career in professional wrestling, how she got in it, what her future is going to be, and just have some fun. So, and also, I appreciate people who came here and like. And if you have any questions, feel free to share and ask. All right. And here she is. Let me click her in a minute. Hello. Yeah. Hello.
How you doing?
Hey, how you doing? So before we do this,
I'm
let me.
good.
This is right here in the corner right now, like old times Jim Ross. She's the human wrecking ball, the one eye, thick thigh, weapons of ass destruction, the woad. Woo! That did it right.
Yes, definitely.
Like I said, I grew up watching wrestling as a kid. See, me and my younger brother used to watch them after Saturday morning cartoons, and then we watch, we grew up with wrestling, not wrestling, wrestling.
Yeah, same. Me too. Yeah. My
Yeah.
grandmama, she used to wash it, so I love it so much.
Mm-hmm. Who was your favorite back in the day?
Who was my favorite? Oh
Yeah.
man, it's a tie between Stone Cold and The Rock. Like I love them. Then
I love
Rikishi.
slower. My favorites were I grew up with Dusty Rhodes, Ric Flair, Chief Wahoo McDaniel, Magnum TA. I love Stone Cold. He changed the face of wrestling. Like when Stone Cold said, "All 316 mean I come whip your ass," and The Rock said, "You Rudy Poo." That just cut me up. But wrestling now is kind of like, it's just I
Well,
don't
that's
know.
because you haven't watched me. That's why.
I watch you. I don't the stuff like WE is not when it stopped becoming WWF. That's when it wasn't that good anymore. But I watch your stuff on telematch. I've seen your matches with Genocide. I've seen your matches with that chick Ella Alejandra. I've seen your matches. You're entertaining. You're fun. I like that about you. But this is a question of how did you get into wrestling?
Well, I grew up in a large family, a huge, huge family. And to be honest, I honestly can't remember a time when I wasn't watching wrestling. Like my brothers watched it, my older brothers watched it. I live right here in Atlanta, Georgia. I'm from Atlanta, Georgia. That's home of WCW. So my
Yeah.
dad, he would take my brothers downtown to watch, and we would watch it on TV. Like I can't remember a time in my life when I was not watching wrestling. I loved wrestling. Even when I wasn't supposed to be watching wrestling, it was always around me. My brothers, my older brothers, they would be watching it. And my father, he was a massage therapist, one of the best. So he would be, when they would have shows here in Atlanta, he would like give the wrestlers massages and everything. Like my whole life was filled with wrestling.
Yeah, that's great. It's too because while I was 2 years ago, I was studying massage therapy, but my car broke down. I couldn't finish my classes, so that's just yeah. But like I said, it was just like your childhood growing up. Because I know just one thing. I remember I was watching an interview you did with Thunder Rosa, and everybody. The one thing about you that everybody that kind of you and another wrestler have a certain distinction is you and everybody know PCO. As you remember, the wrestler used to be with the Canadians. Y'all both have issue with your eye, and I know you remember you said as you was coming up, you had bullies, people picking on you. And what was it like as a child?
Well, honestly, I didn't see it as a handicap because my father, he was blind ever since he was 3 years old. He had 17 children. He raised, all of them. It was never a moment in time to where, we were poor, didn't have like money. Like he showed us that money does not equal to happiness. And as long you may not have what you want, and like we may not have what we wanted, like clothes or um, clothes with fashion clothes or the latest shoes, but we always had what we needed, and that was the most important thing that we took from him. Is like he showed us that money does not equate to happiness, and just because you may be vision impaired does not mean that you are handicapped, and just because you may be blind, that does not mean that you can't see.
Yeah, I think I will really like your dad because my mom was like that. She had to raise the six of us plus two grandkids, and it's just especially and it's just it can be difficult, but you can find a way. You can find a way.
Oh yeah, yeah, and and some of my siblings are completely blind as well. They have their days. I never saw it as a handicap. I never saw it. Don't get me wrong. It's not like I was just up in front telling people, "Hey, I'm blind in this eye." I would keep it to myself, but I never saw it as like a handicap or a disability.
Hmm. And you just made a career with yourself with your wrestling. Like I said, I mentioned before, I follow you on Title Match. You're on Mission. You do matches with Mission Pro. You're traveling. Um, what was your favorite? What was your first match like when you first got into the ring?
To be honest, I really can't remember who my first opponent was. But I know that after that match, I went to the back and I told myself, I'm like, yeah, this is something I can definitely see myself doing in the long run. Like it wasn't,
Hmm.
I was shocked and I was like surprised that I actually did it. Like, wow, I actually had a wrestling match, like something that I've always wanted to do, and this is my first one. And I always felt like, yeah, this definitely won't be my last.
Hmm. And like I said, it's a feeling. Who would say was your toughest opponent? The person that will push you the farthest. That person that like you're just like yeah, it's just
Honestly, not trying to sound cliche, but I would say myself
mm,
because I know that's cheesy, but the reason I say that is because there's no one else like me. So in order for me to set the path, in order for me to make no other female, I'm sorry, there's no other female out there in this business like me. So in order for me to set the standard and make history, I have to make sure that I try to make myself better every single time I step in the ring. I have to make sure to push myself even harder every time I go toe to toe, with my opponent.
yeah, and
Because
that's the
I feel
thing.
that in order for me to really set the damn standard, in order for me to be like, okay, when I'm gone, the next motherfucker is gonna have some pretty big ass shoes to fill. I have to make myself even better than I was last time. And my apologies for the language.
That's all right. We're adults here. We're adults here. You're the measuring stick for everything before and after, and that's the thing. You have to have confidence in yourself because you're in an industry where it's not just about entertainment. It's also sport because a lot of as a kid, people always tell us like wrestling's fake, wrestling's fake, wrestling's fake. But part of it is y'all have it's coordinated. You have to know how to do your shots right. And I know there's been times. Have you ever had times when you're in a match and somebody missed their cue, like you got hit the wrong way, or they dropped the leg the wrong place, or you know
Well, honestly, when people ask me stuff like that, I tell them the only thing that's fake about me is my glass eye. Because I put 100% in everything I do. And they can call it coordinated, they can call it planned, they can call it a script. There is nothing fake about what I do and anybody else that steps in do. It's hard work. It's probably the hardest thing if you really truly like want to be successful. It's like literally the hardest thing that you could ever do. And there's nothing, absolutely nothing fake about it.
Hmm. It's like a lot of rotation, a lot of hard work. It's a lot of sacrifice. It's a lot of dedication. And would you ever, consider being a teacher, or you think you're just more, hey, I just like keep my secrets to myself?
Oh no, definitely. You have to pass it on. You have to pass it on to the upcoming generation. You have to. Why would you not? That's selfish to want to keep your success because it's not just you. It's not just me in this business. It's all of us because we have to make it better. 5 years ago, you didn't see half as many black female wrestlers as you do today. And now looking at
Yeah.
it, like we just had two black women main evented WrestleMania like for the
Hmm.
first time ever. And some people may say that, it's not about race. No, it is. A big
Yeah.
chunk of it is. And in order for this business to be for everyone, you have to let everybody get an equal opportunity. So it's not the fact that, of course, I'm not going to keep my success, whatever success I have, to myself. No, You best believe I'm going to pass it on because that's what you want to do. Because the ones that came before me, they passed it on to me.
Yeah. Because,
And
like I
you want
said,
to
you
make this
mentioned that
business
because,
better for everybody.
yeah, because you mentioned that because, there's Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair, and never in history had we seen, and especially, I did a video about it because I'm a wrestling fan. I had to do the video about it. Never in history we've seen two black women main event at WrestleMania. And then the generation, like while I was coming up, there were some women wrestlers other than maybe Medusa Michelli, Sister Sherry, rest in peace, Fabulous Moolah, Wendy Richter, Rockin' Robin, but not that many sisters until there was like, Jazz. My friend, I've had a friend, my friend, Coach Sherry Harrison, did a video with her, Miss Jacqueline, Midnight, and now you have you. There's Faye Jackson, Willow Nightingale, Jay Cargill. I mean, the list the numbers have grown. I think in the past 20 years compared to anything.
Yeah, honestly, my apologies. My connection went in and out. That's why I
That's
paused.
all right. That's all
But
right.
yeah, honestly, I'm grateful to be a part of this business. I'm humbled to be a part of this business. I'm excited to be a part of this business where you see, you see more people like you getting opportunities, and it's just amazing. And the support, it's uplifting. And that's what you want to be a part of. And it's not just for black women. It's for everybody.
Hmm.
Uh, Especially with it being 5 month trans, like it's wrestling is big enough for everybody. And
Yeah.
whether you may not agree with everything in it, you have to let everybody have an equal chance. You have to, because
Hmm.
it's big enough for everybody. It's big
Yeah.
enough for everyone.
Like I say, I think with wrestling, like I say, it's just always been around for a long time. I remember when I watch old videos like that had started out, it was more catered towards adults originally. When you watch the old like classic stuff, we see more grown ups in it. Now you see kids come to the events. It's like a family event. I mean, like I said, when I was younger, me, my brother, some of my friends, well, Monday nights we'd be flipping through channels. We'd be flipping from Raw to Nitro. Trying to catch what's going on between them. And it's always been this great event. It's just this pageantry about it. We see your favorite wrestler come out there. You see Hulk Hogan say, "Tell your brother," and you see Ric Flair do the woos, and you see The Rock and Stone Cold and all these other guys. And then, and now you ladies, y'all really get the opportunity to step up and become front end. You're no longer holding the robes or pulling the ropes. You get in there. And even like I said, we talk about one thing is also in the gender matches, which is you may not see as much in like with WWE, but it's more popular in the independent circuit where you do. So
Oh yeah, anybody. It's like I always say, anybody can get these buns still. It doesn't matter, man, woman, anyone. Anyone feel that they can go toe to toe with the world? Please, I happily accept that challenge.
I think I better not take that challenge. I am not worthy enough. uh, I've seen what you did to some people. I think I see a match where you took a girl, you throw her into the turnbuckle, and you run those hips in the head, and I think you put the girl into a coma. Yeah, I think she's comatose now. I forgot who it was. You know, I mean, you're a tough customer. I am not gonna. But also, I would like to do some research on you. You're a dog lover. You love your dogs. Yeah, that's I see. You doing a little washing, walking out. You know, you just how many do you actually have, or just you do a lot of charity work with dogs, animals?
A lot of people ask me that, and it's what I tell everybody. I acquire dogs, and you must remember, acquire is not stealing; it is acquiring. Stealing, stealing is such an ugly word. I hate when people say, "Oh, you steal dogs." I was like, no, no,
Yeah.
I acquire dogs. I feel that I am entitled to have every single dog, and
Hmm.
that's what I do. And people ask me, how many dogs do I really have? And I'm going to tell you the same thing that I tell them. See, if I tell you that, I'd have to kill you.
Okay, John Wick. Or should I call you Brian Mills? I have a triple set of skills. I will find you and I will kill you. I love movies. Yeah. So anyway, this is it's fun just talking with somebody like you, and because like I said, I have a friend who I do interviews with. Her name is Nicole Matalia. We talk about wrestling and how much we like the sport and the future of it. I mean, it's gonna be around. It's gonna be around for a long time. Oh, I got one of my followers, my brothers, Exe Gucci 23. He said, "Hey, George Page," and he's telling you, and beautiful WOAD.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, he's a big wrestling fan. Anytime him and one of my brothers that follow me on YouTube, anytime I do a video, I always do a dedication to him. That's my brother Execution 23. We used to watch her, my sister Miss Fishiana, and my brother Coach Sherry Harrison. They support me in my videos. Anytime I do anything upcoming about wrestling, I always do this. Now, if like I said, in independence, it's more like
Yes.
AAA baseball. If you get that call from the major leagues, would you take the call? If WWE say, whoa, come here, we might have a place for you. Would you ever consider that?
I mean, whatever happens, happen. Like, I plan on leaving an impact in this business unlike no other. So, whoever wants to make history by having the first half blind female wrestler on their roster, you know, they know where to find me.
Yeah. My man X is asking, so Queen, what wrestling promotion are you in? He's wondering where you were. I know you work with Mission Pro, but what others you are with?
Yeah. Well, since the pandemic, of course, I haven't been wrestling much, but I'm wrestling down in Florida at Shine Wrestling. Also, Mission Pro. I also at WWE Fury in Texas. So I'm right now. I'm just taking it easy, especially with the traveling situations. But
Yeah.
yes, right now I'm just I wrestle. I just travel back and forth to those three promotions. I'd say about a week ago I was down in Florida for the Juneteenth show, and for the "This Is Our Voice," lift every voice and sing, and it was amazing. So hopefully I'll be able to work with more. I also wrestle for GCW. Um, and so hopefully you
Global
guys will
Wrestling.
see me either down in Florida or in Texas real soon.
Yeah. I think yeah, there's a big because I think there's a big like especially the I know WCW used to a long time had their camps in Florida. I know WWE has theirs. Texas is starting to grow. Texas has always been I think very popular when it comes to wrestling. I think the South has always been a home for wrestling. You know. Because I, like I said, I grew up, watching, the classic NWA, AWW. I watch some old wrestlers talk about how they did a lot of traveling between like Tennessee and North Carolina and Georgia, and I remember old school wrestler Gene Valentine. He was like from Atlanta, and he used to have that song Backstreet Atlanta, GA. I mean, he was just home USA. Oh, also here's one more thing for my man Exeguche. Yes, please keep safe out. So how long have you been wrestling? And he's wondering how long have you been wrestling?
Well, this November, no, this October will make 11 years.
Mm, that's a pretty good number. Yeah, that's a good time. I mean, you've seen things, you've been places. Have you ever traveled overseas? 'Cause I know a lot of wrestlers used to go. They go over to New Japan and used to do a lot of wrestling, or you just been mostly exclusively America.
Unfortunately, unfortunately, not yet. I plan on going, of course, with everything that happened, but that's definitely going to happen soon.
Yeah, because I think with the pandemic, it really messed up everybody. I mean, I think a lot of people it just kind of shut down. Like today, I was yesterday I saw, hmm, yeah, it really just changed the world. We're gonna have it's a
Oh,
new
I'm sorry, I
world
didn't know you were
order.
talking.
Hmm? Yeah, I would say it's a new world order since the pandemic, and I think but now everything's coming back slowly but surely. And today I just got a slushy
Yes,
because
yeah,
yeah, because
and that's something that I am really truly grateful for. Like I am really truly grateful for the fact that everything is coming back together slowly but surely. 2020 was hell. It crushed a lot of opportunities. It put everything on hold, and it also it really gave me time to think to myself like, is this something that I really want to do? It was a decision that I had to make, that hey, I could easily just up and leave wrestling, just be grateful that I got my vision back and take on that, chalk that up as a win. But I told myself, I'm like, you know what? No, because this will only push me to work harder. This will only make me get better. So yeah, this downtime, it really, I believe it gave a lot of people time really ask themselves, is this something that I really truly want to do? Stop. Where I'm be, and I'm just glad now wrestling is finally coming back, because I cannot wait to show the world, not just the wrestling world, but the world, period, what the one eye, big thigh WOAD is all about.
and to quote one of my favorite characters, here we go. What doesn't kill you makes you stranger. Yeah, yeah. It's just that's a good thing that and it's a good opportunity for you to step up. My man Exe Gucci, he said 11 years queen. It's time to get some notoriety plus yourself out there, and it's time to shine. Exe is a fan of wrestling. He's a fan of because we talk about wrestling back and forth right now on we're on do live streams. And a while back, he did have his own wrestling live stream for a while, but you know, it's hard to get people to come on and just talking about it because it's a great thing to have somebody like you. I I really want to really give attention to the ladies of the sport because, as you know, the men they got like 111 million sites dedicated to them. My stuff is I do stuff about female bodybuilders, which don't get a lot of attention because everybody pays more attention to the men and the women. Y'all really when you come out there, this is something I remember. This is a quote from a boxer by name. If you ever heard of her by name of Ann Brown Sugar Wolf, and she said, "When men fight, they act like more like they're making love. When women fight, they fight with their sleeves on their hearts on their sleeves. They really go out there and put on a show."
Well, I mean, I like to say, my action speaks for itself.
And I've seen your action. Also, I've seen your ass of destruction. Yeah, if you could take that
Yes.
into if you could make that a weapon of mass destruction, I think we could have some world peace. So, besides that event you have coming up, I know there's supposed to be an event coming up in July. Also, are you part of that? I think it's something that Thunder Rosa is starting, or is that something separate?
No, I don't think I know that Mission Pro is traveling. I know they're going to traveling to different states. So hopefully they'll come here. Hopefully they'll come here to Georgia soon. But honestly, yes, I'm on social media. I'm on Instagram, Twitter. I'm also on Facebook, and I'm also on TikTok. Just type in the WOAD and I should pop up. And I also have merch.
Mm-hmm.
That's on. If you want to rep the WOAD, it's on fullygimmick.com. I also have a prowrestlingtees.com/the WOAD and luchaware.art. So yeah, you can go out there and get you some of that WOAD merch. And yes, definitely follow all my social media.
If you like, send me that information. I'll put it in the description for the interview. And anybody who interested. Also, I have her social media information in the description. Follow her, check out her site, buy her merch. Get this. Hey, let's get her up there on the stars. Let's get her to become the biggest thing in sports history, in sports entertainment history. Because this is a woman that like I said, I'm a fan of. I really like I said, huh? What? Yeah. It's just like I said.
Oh,
It's just
oh no, that's gonna happen regardless.
yeah. And like I said, if we the fans really push it, it's gonna happen most definitely because with you and us behind you, we're gonna see it. It's gonna happen for real. Where I also got my man XA again, Queen WOAD out of the three major wrestling promotions, WBE, AEW, TNA, which of the three will really join and why? He's curious.
You said out of the three, which one would I join?
WE,
Honestly, either one.
either one, yeah. And don't forget, actually forget ROH and also,
Yeah,
ROH is pretty good because I watch a lot of more than I watch WE and the others because it's more. It kind of reminds me of the old school NWA, and there's also this NWA. Everybody forgets about those other two because WE takes up a lot of the room and it's not the same like it used to be. But like I said, if you had a dream match, somebody you could get an opportunity, and I'm gonna say it like this, dead or alive, to get in the ring with, who would it be and why?
Definitely. I've always wanted to tag up with Rikishi.
Ooh, oh my God!
I just have to.
That's too much
that
ass.
would be an honor for me.
That's just too much ass for TV. TV's gonna explode.
He really inspired me. he inspired me to like. He was the first wrestler that I really truly watched that showed like his body was the most dangerous weapon. And clearly, I put his inspiration into my character, into my arsenal. Like, yes, I am a huge fan of Rikishi.
Yeah.
And also, always wanted to. I'm grateful that I got to tag up with her, with Jazz, but I've always wanted to have a one-on-one match with her because
Yes.
it's Jazz.
Yeah, it's Jazz. I mean, Jazz was, I think she and Miss Jacqueline really represented for the sisters in the sport, where there was so few back then, and they're both Hall of Famers, and they deserve that honor. Like I said, my friend Coach Sarah Harrison did an interview with her. I think she retired this year. She officially retired from wrestling, and it was just it's like seeing a gunslinger hanging up his guns and just ran off in the sunset like Shane in the movie.
Yeah, I'm grateful that I got to tag up with her, to share a ring with her, to learn from her, to get advice from her. It's and that's what I want to be as far as the next upcoming wrestlers, not just for females, not just for Black females, but for everybody, because she is what this business should be about. Always trying to help the next, always try to make this business better. Like, why would you not want to be someone like that?
Mhm. That's a good thing that to represent not just our people but everybody. To not just to be everybody be in part of it because this is the thing about wrestling. It's the sport for everybody. You just can't be just this person, that person. Everybody should have a part of it because the fans come. We're not just rooting for to us. You're like living heroes. You're like out of the comic books come to life. And it's just something to see. And there's still people who are, you could be 8 years old, and then you'd be like, you could be 30 years old and still thinking about the time you like, you saw your favorite wrestler. Because this is a true story with me. One of my wrestlers I saw when I was a kid was the great late Ivan Koloff. And it was just an amazing opportunity to see this man. And I watched him, and I grew up watching him in Nikita wrestler, and just I met him at Walmart. He signed my picture, and it was just a great thing to meet somebody like that. It was just for just a minute.
I'm sorry, it sounded like you were breaking up for the last bit part.
Oh, like I said, it was a like I said years ago. I met one of my a wrestler I used to remember growing up, Ivan Koloff. He was the uncle of Nikita Koloff, and it was just a great opportunity to meet someone like that I grew up watching on television. And it was just only just for a little bit, just to have him sign my picture and just to talk to him. It was just a great thing because it's just the being. I felt like I was like 20 some years old then, but I felt like I was 10 years old. You know, take me back to being a kid.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm like that. I'm a I'm a big teddy bear. So anyway, this was a pretty good interview. I know you're a busy lady. You got things you got to do. You got training. You got your dogs. You got your life. Do you have anything you want to share? Anything you want to shout out to?
Definitely the dogs. Definitely the dogs.
Yes, yeah, I know dogs need to be taken care of.
Honestly, I just want to say thank you for having me. This was really so much fun. I love the fact that people want to hear my story, and I'm willing to speak it a million and one times to anyone that wants to hear it. So thank you for having me. on here. Thank you so much for the love and the support too. Like I really appreciate it. I try to be more interactive on my social media with my fans because y'all are awesome. I'm not talking about the creepy ass fans. I'm talking about the awesome ass fans. Like really,
Yeah.
like I appreciate
And like I said, to the creepy, yeah,
you
and to the creepy fans, don't
all and
send
for
these.
journey
Yeah,
and just the support, the messages
yeah,
about how I've inspired people. Like,
yeah, yeah. And to the creepy fans, don't send weird stuff.
but yeah, I'm
Be
just
nice. Oh yeah, I got a
yeah,
friend of
like
mine.
it's not too hard to be nice. It's not too hard to be
Yeah,
nice. Like you don't have to
yeah,
be a creep about it. You tell me you love my work, thank you. I appreciate that. But don't like it's 2021. We don't need to be sending no more dick pics. So we don't want dick
yeah,
pics.
most
Trust
definitely.
me, we do not
Yeah,
want them.
I like I said, what I do, I see because I do interview with female bodybuilders, and they tell me they have guys do that shit, and I don't, I don't do. I wouldn't want it. Oh, I got a guy who follows me by the name of David. He just said that you're pretty.
Oh, thank you.
She is pretty, gentlemen.
Thank
She's a very
you.
attractive. She's a very attractive woman, and being a Southern gentleman, we can't help but we love our thick women. We love our thick sisters.
Oh.
We just they nothing like I saw this one time
Thank
on somebody put a meme like this: thick thighs save lives.
I say thick thighs and lives.
Okay, so like I said, there could be a because yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing. You got to get one of the other fellas. You're gonna have to take one or the other. Yeah. You want to live, you want to die. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, like I said, I really appreciate your time. Maybe, like I said, if you ever, whenever you feel like you want to come on and talk and share anything upcoming events, I'm here. I got a lot of free time. I love doing interviews. I love to get some more. I would love to get more of you ladies on here, the grassroots ladies who's like I said, like this, like a guy said, who's 10 toes on the ground and just keep going. I really like doing the interviews with y'all more than because y'all really see y'all really are more approachable, y'all more connected, and you really love us as fans as much as we love you. And here's the thing, like this: you never have to thank us because we thank you.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. So I'm gonna let you. So anyway, I really appreciate y'all coming through and supporting Our Lady, the WOAD. The weapon the weapon of ass destruction. Check out her social media. Also, when she sends the rest of the information I get from her, I'll put in the description. Share this video. I mean, share with everybody else. Get it out there. Hey, let's support her endeavor in wrestling. This is an 11-year legend. This is a woman who has been a champion, who's traveled, who's seen things, been things. Like I said, her she has an ass of mass destruction and thighs that can save lives and take lives. Anyway, I can think of say, like I say, again, I can thank the world, and I like to thank everybody else. It's your man, always George Page, coming to you live on YouTube. Don't like, subscribe, don't subscribe. We're out.